this is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So as usual, we're going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at PayPal and Intel. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have PayPal. We have a daily and we have a weekly chart going on here. Now you can see here what a nice run up that it had. Okay, and it broke right on out. Okay, once we always look to the left of the chart, once we got above this level here to 74.40, then she just went up and rocketed up here pretty nice all the way up here to 82. Now we have like a sideways action, but you can see where we left a gap in the charts here. Okay, so what we want to do, let's just look at the downside here first. So obviously you want to look at today's low, 79.45, and then what we're going to do will be looking right here at this 21 day. This is going to be key. Okay, this is that 78.63 level. Now, if that's lost there, see, we have this gap, okay? See where this is? This is 77.99, and then there's your fill at 77.40, okay? So if that 21 day is lost, then we're going to look right to that gap at that 77.99, and then we'll look to that fill there at 77.40. Now, there's also another gap right here I want to show you, is right here. You look here at 74.81 as a gap, and then we have 73.87 as your fill. So again, if that 21 day is lost, we look to this gap and this fill here. Then we can look to the bottom of this candle at that 76.04. But then we want to look for this gap and this fill situation going on here until we get down here to this 50 day at 73.31. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get there, but I always like to point out the gaps just in case it does roll over. We know exactly where it's going to be going here on the downside. Okay, now let's take a look at the upside. Well, what we have here is you got 80.36. Okay, you need to close back above that. That's going to be key. If we can, then we'll come here on top of yesterday's candle, looking at 81.06, and then we basically run up to that 82. Now you break out of that 82, well, then we can go much, much higher here. Now, when we look at a weekly chart here, okay, see, we can see where we're trending very, very nicely. So, okay, so all you have to do, as long as it keeps holding this 8 SMA here, this is still looking very, very bullish. See how this is? You're holding that 8 SMA here all the way through, and that's always shows a very, very bullish level. Now, again, we have a lot of good targets here because what you can do is always just go to the left of the thing. You just bring your price channel here right across. See, when you look at all these nice targets here, you guys see you got 83.80 level here. What you got 92.62. Just bring the price channel right across here. Okay, you got 99.30, and then we can just keep on rallying right on up here, 122.92. But again, that's only if it closes above that 82 level here. So when you're trading this, there are two key levels that you want to watch on the upside. Watch that 8 day, that's at 80.35. A close above, then we have a good shot at that 82. Now, again, on the downside, you want to watch that 78.63. If that's lost, we just look for this gap and that fill, and then we can look for this gap and this fill, then we look for that 50 SMA here. Okay, let's take a look here now at Intel. Okay, here we have Intel. Now, this used to be a really hot stock here at one time. This isn't my kind of stock here, but I know people do trade this. To me, I'd rather go with like NVIDIA today. Look at NVIDIA's up there. You have almost 2% there today. It was a great scalping opportunity. NVIDIA got down to 131.58. I'm in at, I got in a little bit late there. I'm in at 132. Okay, flat, and now you're sitting at 134. So you're already up there 2 points on there. That's like my kind of stock here. But again, if you like playing this Intel, let's just look at the chart here. Okay, let's look at the upside. So what you're looking for here, key is this 22.77. You need to close above that. If you can, then we have that 23.05, that 8 day right above it. That's pretty strong resistance. Now, again, when it sold down, you can see where it held it. But once you lose it, then you're fighting it pretty much there. Okay, so look at that 22.77. Look at the 23.05. Now, again, we can get above that. We'll come out to the top of this level, 23.72 here. And then what we do is we can come all the way up here. You're looking at 24.42, but realistically, 24.66. That is going to be your big target. Okay, now again, if you get above that, then we have that 100-day sitting at 26.08, and then we have this gap fill. Okay, so always look at that. So look at the bottom of that candle, 28.89. But again, you have to break through that price channel through that 100-day before we can get to that gap fill. He just left a big gap in the chart, and you can see how we have sideways action. Now, that being said, usually when you get a chart like this here, and basically this could go on for another couple, 3-4 months actually. But again, what you're doing is you're building energy, and once that energy is built and you start closing above that key 2466, then there should be no problem hitting that 100-day and that gap fill there very, very easily, okay? So downside here, what you really want to watch is your key level is going to be that 50-day. That's that 2124. And then right below that is we have that price channel at 2035. Now, here we look on a weekly chart here. Well, you can see here we just have that sideways action, but you notice that it is holding this 8 SMA here at 2185, and that's very, very nice. And I say if you can rally on up here, then we have that 2583 level for that 21 SMA here. But this is going to be the key level right here. If you can get that 2608, you can just get above that. Then this is pretty close there. If you can get above that, then I say we have that nice gap fill level here. So watch this 8-day here on a weekly basis. That 2186. As long as you hold that, this can just go sideways here for whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the key. That. So you want to watch that 8-day and you want to watch this 50-day. If not, you could just drop right on down. Okay, let's take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil daily chart, natural gas daily chart. Now, again, I screwed up there. I thought that today was the EA report and yesterday API. I forgot that it was a holiday on Monday situation there. I think it was Columbus Day and in Indigenous Day. So here in America. So that's what we had going on. So the market is closed. So API will be today at 4:30 on Wednesday, and then the EI report will be on Thursday at 11 o'clock for crude oil, 10:30 for natural gas, and then we have the rig count on Friday as usual at 1 p.m. So I do apologize for that. Yeah, that's all I can say. Okay, so what do we have here today? Okay, so we put in a little bit lower low. Yesterday we had that low of 69.71. Today we had that low there of 69.64. But what we're really looking at here is the top of this candle here. This is your support level here. This is that 67.57 level here. Okay, so and then I say today it didn't quite reach that. It got 69.64. So you came pretty close here to that 57 level. So that's what we're basically trading against. Now again, if that's lost, then we'll look right to the top of this candle, 68.65, and then we'll just start going all the way down. 67.57. We have 67.06. Then we have 66.95, and then your retest 66.33, which is the bottom of that candle. And then if she breaks through, that's your big target right there, 65.27. Okay, now the upside, well, obviously we want to look at today's high, looking at 71.31, but realistically the 71.76, this is what you're going to be targeting, and you can see where it was rolling up here nicely. Thought maybe have a crossover that 50-day, but again, she just went sideways, so that's going to be strong resistance, 71.76. Then right above it is 72.56 and then 73.63, which is your 8-day. Now, again, if it keeps rolling, somehow you have 75.08, the top of that candle, then 75.79, 77.33, and then we have your price channel sitting right up there at 78.46 level. But now it just looks like we're OPEC. Now, their meeting is going to be December 1st, so that's a little ways away. However, they came there and they really downgraded 2025. They said that, they took the oil down to, I think it's 196 million barrels a day versus I think they had 201 million barrels per day going on their thing. So actually they said this kind of like a slowdown here in the situation. Plus I say this is what we had is that war premium. I know I said that a million times, but this is the war premium and when she sells off. Now, again, we don't know about the retaliation. So far, they said they're not going to hit any oil fields. But again, they might be holding that as a trump card kind of a situation that says, boom, if you really piss us off, we're going to blow up the oil fields there. So, you always got to watch crude. That's why I like trading crude because it's also very exciting. And you could blow through all of this here and you could rally this up very, very high if a situation like that. But right now we have, a supply and demand issue. And right now this is what you got this time of the year. And again, it can look a lower side of situation. Okay, I don't like this. This is going on the way down. I definitely don't like this here. The green is crossing over your red situation. That says this could go much, much lower here, unless there's some kind of a war situation where you had little $11, $12 here in that war premium, which would send that thing skyrocketing here from 70s into the 80s very, very easily. Okay, natural gas. Wow, down goes Frazier. Now, KOLD, I already scalped 2 points out of KOLD today. And that was a good trade here on the downside. Okay, so if you watch my video, I said, watch this candle right here. This was yesterday's candle. You watch that high 255, that low 244. It could not hold it. And then I said, this is the key level here is this 100-day. It could not hold that. And it came right down here to this 50 SMA here. Okay, so this is where we're standing now. Got to see if it's going to hold it. So now what you're doing is we're watching this on the downside 2.384. That's going to be your key level. If that's lost, we'll come right to the bottom of this candle, 2.31, and then we have that 200-day 2.25, and then we have that 2.22. Okay, so that's going to be your big retest. But again, that's only if that 50-day is lost. Now upside, well, we want to watch that 100-day now, because now that's resistance, 2.42 level. Then we'll go to today's high. You got 2.49. We go to yesterday's high at 2.55, and then we're going to start running into huge resistance levels here. We have that 8-day at 2.59, and we have that 21-day at 2.66. Now, for me, I had no long trade today in UNG, but I scalped that cold for KOLD. So that actually worked out very good. Now, I'm going to see what's going to happen if this 50-day is going to hold. If not, then I'll be looking for this target here, and I'll be looking for that 200-day if that is lost here. And then what I'll do is I'll jump right back into the cold and done. Now, I don't really hold natural gas here. I did from here, and then I added to that position there. But when I seen this red candle here, then I got rid of that position. The next day, as soon as I could see you made a lower low coming on down and below that 8-day, then I sold that position there. So right now, I'm just scalping on the short side because I don't see any reversal here. We need a reversal candle. You need a double bottom situation like we had here, or you need what you have like this is a red dog where it comes on down and it gets everybody into the short, and then she rallies right on up. So far, we got nothing. We got big ass red candle on the downside. Okay, so we got to wait and see here. So if you're long, you can hold your long. You're coming into seasonality here, but for me, this is just a scalp short until we see some kind of reversal. Okay, downside here, well, you got 41. You're not into no oversold condition at all. This green below the red, this is what happens. This is what I was trying to tell you if this goes on here. When this keeps on going, this keeps on going. Okay, so when you get that crossover, okay, just like we have our natural gas, perfect example, this is what we're getting here all the way on down. Okay, now the only reason I think you're getting the spike up here is because any kind of a war situation, any kind of noise that comes over the old news, then it says, okay, I can rally up here. But realistically, this looks lower and this looks lower. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the OPEC close, and we'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and then, I don't know, we'll take a look. Maybe there's something else we can look at. Okay, thanks for watching.